Okay, that should be good. All right. It's time to taste wine. So this is wine number 5 from special box from Som Select. This is their blind 6 box. So 3 reds, 3 whites, all sent in this fun black tissue, dog not included. So I decided to pick number 5, which I believe is a red, and we're gonna taste through it. I have this really fun apparatus that I'm gonna use, which is just a spectacle to watch. So part of this whole thing is I really can't like look at what I'm trying not to even like look to see what I'm doing. So we'll see if I actually cut the foil or if I'm cutting anything. Sort of, yeah, foil, look at that. All right, and then get a load of this. All right, plunge down and just let it rip. Oh yeah, just pulling it right out. Model of efficiency. Something just fell. And it comes out too. In how many pieces I'm really not sure, but wow, destroyed. I really shouldn't have looked at it because now I know it's a 2019. But not that that's done. I was gonna decant it, but then I thought, what am I gonna do with that? It seems like too much work for this low effort video. And so low effort that I didn't even polish this glass, but I'm the only one who has to see it. Me and Lilith, that is, but no wine for her. So I think it's red color. I have this beautiful white table, which makes me not need a little piece of paper. Okay, so medium ruby. Give it a really hard pour, so I have a lot of residual bubbles for some reason. I'm going to take a swisher sip just to rinse out my palate. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Wine. You heard it here. Oh, shit. So I have this thing. Since I do these, I'm only one person and really can't handle finishing a lot of bottles at once. So I have this little Coravin pivot, which puts a little bit of argon gas right on the top. So it sits on the wine and it acts as a barrier between it and the oxygen. So it has the chance to live a little longer. Because I can only finish so much red wine. Unless it's Cabernet Franc. This is not Cabernet Franc. I only know because the wine before this was Cabernet Franc. It's good too. It's more champigny. Yum. So, on the nose, I will say that this was pulled from my little wine cooler maybe not even an hour ago, so it's still coming up to temperature a little bit. So it needs a little bit of time to open up, which makes me think I might have done well to decant it. It's high acid, medium plus. I'd even border on full tannin. Body medium plus as well. Definitely up there. But I'm not sure if all the way full. Alcohol, probably 13 and 5. So since this is a moderate climate area, black fruits like blackberry seeds crushed up. It has that like seedy, stemmy sort of bitterness to it. The tannins are like unripe greens, like unripe stems almost, like really green and like sort of vegetal in a way, like almost like you're chewing on a grape stem. but it does have nice balance, I will say that. I think the tannins need a little bit more time to fully integrate. I feel like they're still a little, they're biting me a little bit still. But, like, it does still have that bitter note. But, like, pomegranate C2, like, really dark. Like, cranberry jam. I feel like if it did see oak, it wasn't new. Probably on the larger side. I do think it has some of that, like, barrel tannin, because I get that, like, bitterness to it that I keep coming back to. So I've been swirling it so I can get something on the nose, and it's still fairly closed up. I feel like a little bit of, like, crushed rock, maybe a little bit of, like, violet too. Black currant. So, I do have one resource, Wine Folly. Sorry. In the line of fire. Okay, so, first thoughts. What could this be? Well, I don't think it's a lighter style varietal. So I don't think it's a Barbera or a Corbina or a Gamay or a Pinot Noir. I think it has a little bit more weight to it. Monastral might not be a bad answer. I'm seeing that here. Blackberry, some tobacco, body full, alcohol medium plus, tannin high, acidity medium. So it's sort of along those lines. Not necessarily fully fitting. Merlot, not bad. Medium plus body, medium plus alcohol, medium acidity, medium plus tannin, cherry plum, some dried herbs, vanilla. Grenache, high alcohol, medium plus body, but medium tannin. Not too bad of a fit. I'm going to jump to the Cabernets. I really don't think it's Cabernet Franc, but I do think there might be a chance of it being Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm even trying to see if I get any more chocolate or pepper or nuts or something, because the color and the sort of like spice character that the alcohol gives it sort of makes me think that it's a Syrah. Sangiovese also might not be a bad contender. Oregano, roasted tomato, cherry, not necessarily things that I got, but the note fits pretty well. Medium plus tannin, medium plus alcohol, medium plus body, high acid. I think this has a chance of being a contender, especially as it warms up a little bit. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see about Syrah. Don't believe it's Pinotage either. Syrah. Aha. Blueberry, plum, full body, medium plus alcohol, tannin, acid. Not a bad fit. My gut is leaning towards Sangiovese, but let me check the note for Cab Sab. I think there's a chance that this sort of black currant note might lead me towards Cab Sauv. The body's just definitely not full. That's the thing here. Carignan might not be bad fit. Medium tannin, medium body, medium plus alcohol, medium plus acid. Dried cranberry, raspberry, so it's more in that red fruit category. And that's why I think I'm leaning towards Sangiovese, because it has a mix of those like more earthy sort of complex flavors. Like that sweet balsamic note, that herb note from the oregano. And I feel like that bitter note could probably come from, like, expressed as this like espresso or like roasted tomato note as well. Hi, yeah. I think that's an agreement of Sangiovese. You saw that. All right. You heard it here. All right. So, final answer, Sangiovese. Let's see how wrong I was. Damn, that was Bordeaux. That's crazy. Let's see what we're dealing with. This was number 5. So they send you a little booklet. This was a Bordeaux blend, Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. Huh. So, the eye. The wine has a dark garnet red center with hints of pink and garnet on the rim. Concentration of color is medium plus, viscosity is medium. On the nose offers mature aromas of black currant, red currant, cassis, black plum, infused with savory notes of leather, cedar, graphite, anise, dried tobacco, herbs, gravel, and integrated baking spices. The wine is dry with lots of savory notes and flavors nearly identical to the nose. Red cherry and black currants and cassis are present, but the flavors move quickly into wet gravel, cedar, tobacco, pencil lead, and herbs with integrated oak flavors. The acid, medium plus, alcohol, medium, complexity, high, tannin, medium plus, length, medium plus. Blind tasting tips. The wines from the left bank of Bordeaux possess a profile that is totally unique. Initially, they can be mistaken for Rioja, Brunello del Montalcino, or even expensive Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, depending on the factors. The line can be blurred at times if the winemaker in Bordeaux is aiming for a riper, more modern style of wine. Producers in Napa can also make lower alcohol wines that taste much like Bordeaux, but in this environment, we are assuming classic expressions of place. That said, there are some identifiable main characteristics. This wine is a blend of 90% Merlot and 10% Cabernet Sauvignon. You will always find red and black currants, plum, leather, cedar, violets, tobacco, crushed gravel, and a hint of herbs / bell pepper, which are pyrazines derived from the Cabernet Sauvignon grape. Sometimes the fruits can become liquor-like in warm vintages as the wine slowly shows. As you likely know, pyrazines are aromas that are found in Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Sauvignon Blanc that smell green and are reminiscent of bell peppers in red wine. In a classic blind tasting, the aroma of red wine can only be Bordeaux, Chilean Carmenere, or Cabernet, balanced Californians, or Australian Cabernet, or even a Cabernet Franc from the Loire Valley. Tempranillo from Rioja, Sangiovese from Tuscany never have the specific pyrazine aroma. Rioja is usually aged in American oak, which creates a final wine with the smell of sweet and sour plum sauce, along with additional notes of vanilla, coconut, and dill. So that rules Rioja out. Search out La Rioja Alta wines for a classic reference. Brunello, on the other hand, offers flavors of sour cherry, sometimes a red, ripe cherry, dried roses, fennel, and a tomato leaf without the pyrazine found in Bordeaux, but has nearly the same structure and acid and tannin. Note Brunello can take on multiple personalities. Beware and search for classic producers. One way to differentiate French Bordeaux from a New World expression of Napa or Australia lies in the finish. A classic Bordeaux will finish with an unmistakable minerality and gravelly clay flavor if made without manipulation, whereas a New World Cabernet will often finish with a sweet fruit deriving from the finish and oftentimes is more noticeable of new oak. Very interesting. Cool. Well, that was number 5. I think we have numbers 1, 3, and 6 left. So stay tuned for the next one. Ciao.